Hello everyone, my name is Mir'atul Khayati. My student's number is 1921222131. So in this video, I will give you a tutorial how I find answers, measure of central tendency, and measure of variability. Before we get started, I want to tell you something in advance. That in the central tendency, there is mean, median, and mode. Meanwhile, in variability, there is a range, quartiles, variance, and standard deviation. And I will also help you in drawing polygons. So, let's get started. What we need here is the data that we are going to use. I have got the data from my lecturer. This is the data. And this time, I will use Microsoft Excel. Actually, there are three ways to find the measure of central tendency and measure of variability. The first, it can be done manually. The second one is using SPSS, and the last one using Microsoft Excel. I choose Microsoft Excel because, in my opinion, this is the easiest and fastest way. First, we transfer the data into Microsoft Excel manually by writing the data one by one. I will skip this part, and ta-da! We've moved the data. We move it to side to make it look neater. Block the data again, then copy and paste. Because the data here is still random, we sort it out first. We block all data. Then in the editing section, select sort and filters. Sort from small to large. Now the data is sorted. We will create a frequency table. This step is used to find the class and frequency. Block all data, then click the Insert tab. Select the pivot table on the leftmost, then a sheet will appear like this. Check the box next the data column, and in the Values area, click Sum of Data. Select the value file settings, then change Sum to Count. Then, drag the data to the Raw Labels area. Yes, class and frequency will appear. Here there are the 50 data with one frequency, then 54 data with two frequencies, and so on, up to 100 data with two frequencies. Block all data and transfer it to the main sheet. We also write a description of class and frequency. Calculate the total of data. By type grand total, then calculate the entire data using the sum formula. We have to follow what the formula instructs. Write the equal symbol, then sum, then open the brackets, block the data, then close the brackets and enter. Finally, the total data will appear. I will open again to remember, and I copy and paste the data here to make it easier. We start to calculate the mean. Mean is average of all data. The formula is average. Just like the previous step, we use the equal symbol, type average, then open brackets, block the data, close the brackets, then enter. Then the mean will appear by itself. It's easy, isn't it? Of course, it's easy. Next, there is the median. Median is the middle value of the data. The formula is median. Type the equal symbols, then type median, open brackets, block the data, close brackets, and enter. Don't forget to always follow the instruction. Next, we calculate the mode. Mode is a value that often appears from a data. So if you look at this data, the most frequent data appearing is 80, with 8 times appearing. But we will try to find it with Excel formulas. The formula is mode. Type the equal symbol, type mode, then open brackets, block the data, then close brackets and enter. Ta-da! Right? The mode is, the mode of this data is 80. Number 2, we'll calculate the measure of variability. The first is range. Range is the distance between the maximum value and the minimum value. So we just have to subtract the maximum value from the minimum value. From the data, we can see the maximum data is 100 and the minimum data is 50. Then 100 minus 50 is 50. Next, the quartile. The quartile is divided into 3. Quartiles 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. The formula is type the equal symbol, then type quartile, open brackets, block the data, comma, and then type what quartile will be calculated. Then close brackets and enter. And if you count the second quartile, then type the number 2 after the comma, as well as when calculating the third quartile. And then interquartile. Interquartile is calculated by means of the third quartile minus the first quartile. Just enter it. And then variance. The formula is type the equal symbol, type type VIR, then open brackets, block the data, then close the brackets and enter. Next, standard deviation. The formula is type the equal symbol, type S.Pd, then open brackets, block the data, then close brackets and enter. Finally, how to draw polygons. The first, block the class and frequency tables, then select the Insert tab. Well, here there are many chart options. You can choose one of them. I will choose this chart. It's easy. The diagram immediately appears. Yeah, these are ways to finding the measure of central tendency and measure of variability. You can try it by yourself. So, let's learn statistics because it's really easy. That's all from me. I hope this is useful and can help you to understand how to find a measure of central tendency and measure of variability. Thank you for your kind attention. See you and goodbye.